Hi everyone, I wanted to talk a little bit about graphing quadratic equations in Desmos. So I've typed in an equation here, and when I graph it, I just see a piece of a red line, and I know this is a quadratic equation, so I'm really expecting to see a nice curve. I'm expecting to see a parabola. So what's going on here is that the curve is driving off the graph. I need to rescale this so we can see the maximum or the minimum, as well as any x-intercepts or y-intercepts. So if I just use my fingers here and I pinch the screen on a touch screen, or you can use the plus and minus buttons over here, you can zoom in and zoom out. Now, okay, if I zoom out, I do see the maximum in here, and I see the x-intercepts, and then there's a y-intercept. But it's kind of hard to see the graph. It's all squished together. So what we want to do is we want to click on the wrench, and we want to set the limits for the x values and the y values. So I'm going to choose something like maybe negative 100 up to 100 for my x values, and then for the y values, maybe something like negative 200 to 200. So we'll try that. It might need more adjusting, and that's okay. Graphing is sometimes a bit of an art form. You just kind of keep working with it until it looks pretty good. Now, maybe I could have done a little bit better here. I think instead of 100, maybe something more reasonable would be 40 and 40, negative 40 and 40. And now I'll click off of that. That looks very nice. And then you can kind of click and drag the graph back to the center. That looks beautiful. We see all the important features of the graph, and we see the curve with lots of space around it so we can really see what's going on. Now, some other interesting things that you can do here in this little arrow up here, you can share the graph. And if you're somebody that likes to work with HTML, there's the code. You can embed it in your post. You can also export this as an image file, or you could just copy the link. So if I copy that link, I can come back to a discussion and I can include it here. Which is really nice. And then if you want to actually put the graph right in there, you can click on this little symbol for HTML. Copy paste that code and just stick it in here. And then go back to the nice view. And then you get to see the graph right there in the post. So that's really nice. The other way you can get the image in there is you could upload the image right there. So you have a lot of ways to share graphs in the course.